Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And this
Is KR.
compares.
See, how do you like it?
All
Alright, welcome back, or welcome if you haven't been here before. We are going to compare Girl Scout cookies
In case that wasn't abundantly.
with the 9 that we have.
Yes.
So,
I was never a Girl Scout, but I was a Boy Scout. Were you a Girl Scout?
I was a Girl Scout. I was a brownie, and I think I left when I was a junior.
What? Hold on. Oh, that's right. So what are the rankings for Girl Scouts?
Daisy, brownie, junior, cadet. I think it's called cadet. Then there's like a senior, which is when you're in high school, and then there's like an ambassador when you're like an upperclassman in high school.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the Boy Scouts, we have the Cub Scouts, which was like wolf, bear, corn for some reason. No, I'm not kidding.
So your animals and then your agriculture?
And then your Weebelo. So the Weebelo, but the symbol's like corn for some reason. And I know I probably used to know why that was a thing, but I don't remember anymore. But I still, every so often it'll strike me, I'm like, let me look up what a Weebelo is. And it's like, oh, it's a highest ranking Cub Scout before it became a Boy Scout. But, I mean, high ranking in the sense of age, because you're grouped into those age groups. And then the Boy Scouts was, what was it? Like Tenderfoot, second class, first class, Heart, Life, Eagle, something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, you guys had more of you guys had the cookies, so you had the fun part of it.
Yeah, but you guys had popcorn.
We did do popcorn, didn't we?
Yeah. Who doesn't like getting popcorn as a gift? I love popcorn, so.
No, and that's fair, yeah. So, but yes, we're talking cookies. Have you tried these cookies? Have you ever had a Girl Scout cookie?
Yes. My mom was like the cookie mom one year.
What does that mean?
So we were in charge of like getting all of the like products and like assigning the boxes or whatever.
Oh, to all the various. Was she a den mother?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, just
I mean, imagine being in a very small New York apartment and we had like a ton of cookies.
I can imagine that. Yeah. But you couldn't eat any.
Exactly.
That
is the torture.
That's the problem. Gotcha.
But yes, no, I love Girl Scout cookies. I always look forward to supporting the kids because they're always so excited when you get to actually like see them.
That's true.
And
That's
stuff,
true.
So.
I mean, and as so when we purchased these, well, which also this is the second round of purchasing, we actually got a few cookies. I thought, oh hey, Girl Scout cookies, I like this. And then I thought like, oh, this would be a great compares. So we did. We went back. We bought what is this? 7 boxes, which is
no, it's 9, right?
That is 7.
Oh,
are we missing some?
No.
I'm gonna go check in a minute to make sure that we're not
I think
missing
this is everything.
It's like $54.
Nope, we are missing a couple. We're missing
some of the ones in the back, but we'll go grab those in a second between takes here.
Yeah.
Because you're right, we're missing the lemon ups and some of the ones that come in the bag.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought so. I was like, I know that we got.
So anyway, there was $6 a box.
Yes.
For these, which came out to be like what, $54? I think it was. So now I just like Girl Scout cookies in general, but the concept being like teaching these young girls like, you know, to talk to strangers, well, in a positive kind of way. That sounds strange, but to talk to strangers in a positive kind of way, and maybe learn how to sell, retail, that kind of basic.
Well, that basic
human experience, right?
You know.
Is nice. What I find though is sometimes you go there and the parents are the ones, the kids run to the parents, and the parents rather than encouraging the Girl Scout to actually like, no, you talk, you try to talk, and they can guiding them through this, which is what it's supposed to be about. Often the parents will come up to you and say like, hey, what are you getting? You're there to assist, in my mind. You drive them there, you help them with the cookies, you help them loading, but it's your job as a den mother, whatever, to help push the child into the conversation so that they can overcome any of that anxiety. And often I find that is, I think, lost on that. And so when we went to buy these, I was actually trying to make an effort to talk to the little Girl Scouts to say, what is your favorite cookie? You know, which one do you recommend? Why do you recommend this? How much is that going to be? Because that's the person who's actually supposed to be selling. So, helpful hint for those of us that actually care.
And it's also a little bit different than I think when I was a kid, because like we did go door to door for a bit of time, and I don't know if they do that anymore, because it's more like they have like a set like space or whatever with like a supermarket, or which from a safety feature makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense, but you know, I remember that they used to come knocking on a door, and I'd usually get a box or two.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the Girl Scout cookies are just fantastic, and I'm glad that they're not available year round because it kind of makes them special in that way. But
which is also why we got one of every kind that they had.
That's true. So do you have a favorite? I haven't tried all of them. I have tried most of them though.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried most of them. Some of them haven't had in quite some time, but I like the Samoas. They're some of my favorite.
Yep.
Tagalongs always a really good one.
Anything with peanut butter, the Thin Mints, all that's good. Well, we're about to tear into these, and again, this is less of a comparison between all the various Girl Scout cookies, and most of this is us just eating Girl Scout cookies.
And you dressing up as a Girl Scout with your
this is the closest. I'm glad you pointed it out, and hopefully people don't think like, oh, this is my first episode. Is this how this guy usually dresses? It is not, and I'll be taking this off after this cut. But I guess we'll get into it now. Girl Scout cookies. Do we have a preference for how we're going to order this?
Maybe we do some of the classics and then some of the kind of move our way towards more of the newer.
So chronologically, the way we always do it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing this chronologically. Sit tight while we look for the other ones that are missing after word from these sponsors that we don't have yet. Welcome back. Do you want to tell us about what we've got in front of us now?
Yes, so we have some of the classic flavors. So we have our trefoil, Thin Mints, and then do-si doughs, also known as like peanut butter sandwiches or something like that. So depending on where you get your wherever you live and wherever the distribution center
with your location,
your the what do you call it?
The names of your cookies.
Names of your cookies may be different.
May be different. So Samoas, for example, in other regions were known as
like caramel delights.
Caramel delights, which is how I knew them growing up.
I think trefoils sometimes they're just called shortbread cookies. So yeah, but right now there are two major manufacturers of Girl Scout cookies. So there is Little Brownie Baker. There's ABC Baker.
What's the difference? Just where they're located?
I guess I think the recipes are slightly different.
Okay. But so significant that they need to actually change the name despite selling the exact same cookies with the same cover?
I guess so.
Okay.
So these ones, as far as I can tell, are from Little Brownie Baker.
Alrighty. Little Brownie Baker on the West Coast. Got you.
Well, no, because these are also the same names I had when I was in New York. So I don't know where they get it, but
works. Oh well.
So anyway, Girl Scout cookies. So Girl Scouts have been around since 1912. They started selling cookies kind of homemade in their own kitchens around 1917 to help with the war effort that was going on at the time.
Wow, that's way back.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
So making cookies to help the war effort? It's interesting because we didn't
they
really have
did
the
that.
resources.
They also did before that they were helping with preserving fruit or jam and stuff because of food shortages and stuff. So
interesting.
That's just been kind of a part of their stuff. And then a while back, before they had the two main manufacturers, they actually had 4 different kinds, but I think that was in the 70s or something.
Okay. So how long have they been doing the Girl Scout cookies? In this way?
Probably I think 1978.
Okay. Give or take. That's fine. That's not. I'm impressed that we have that much knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we know about these ones? So we've got these 3 came out in approximately the same year. Is that correct?
Yes. So I think the Thin Mints used to just be called chocolate mints, which kind of makes sense because it's a chocolate cookie
mints
with a mint flavor. Who doesn't like shortbread?
Trefoils, okay. And then we have also, you said,
the peanut butter or
do-si doughs. Okay. How do you feel about shortbread cookies in general?
I love them. Because they're perfect with tea or coffee.
We have water.
Well, yeah, but I mean they're buttery.
It smells buttery.
Yeah, it does. They're sweet but not overly sweet. Oh, we don't have we don't have napkins. Oh.
Well, tell us how you feel about the trefoils while I grab us a napkin.
I love them. They're crunchy. They're buttery. But they have structural integrity, so it's not like if you just take a bite that it's just gonna crumble everywhere. This would be excellent to dunk in your tea if we had it.
Yeah, we did not make tea this time. You know, that's good. I think I generally prefer a slightly softer cookie, but as a baseline cookie, not bad. But I think this is where things start getting interesting.
Yeah.
Thin mints. Now, it should come as no surprise that thin mints are probably best had
from the freezer.
However, these are just delightful as is. Interestingly, though, some of these, like the serving size on these is 3 cookies for these, 4 cookies on the thin mints, which makes sense because they're quite small. 5 cookies.
You could have 5 of those?
You can have 20 of these, but a single serving at 160 calories is actually 5 of these.
I'm surprised. I would have thought that because they taste so buttery, that you would have like 2 in their serving size.
I don't know. I don't know how much butter is actually in this. Enriched flour, vitamin B1 for some reason, iron. They just include that as an ingredient. So it seems this is mostly flour. Wheat, milk, soy.
Whoops.
You say oops, you didn't do anything.
I don't know.
Oh. I mean, thin mints are great.
They get all in your teeth though.
Is that a problem?
It is when you have like strangers looking at you on the internet.
What do you think is happening on the internet? Just weirdos looking at you.
Look away. No.
You know, not bad at room temperature, but there's something about
there is something to be said when like you have the cooling element that's playing off of the mint.
I agree completely. Which it's interesting because you can't really. There is the slight, at the very center of that cookie, the slightest hint of some kind of delineation or some kind of filling where they sandwich the 2 parts together before they cover it in chocolate. But nothing about this screams like. I guess it uses peppermint oil. Natural oil of peppermint. So it's not like it's.
It's not like you're biting into like one of those like what do they call it? Andes.
Yeah, Andes.
Mints?
Yeah.
So it's not like that.
Which, why did hotels stop putting those?
I know they were delicious. Well,
on your pillow.
Maybe people have like allergies or something.
I mean, you can just request don't put a mint on my pillow, but hotels have really fallen off in general. And that's not to say that.
Sorry.
You good?
Yep. I got heart. I was gonna say a heart attack.
Don't have a heart. Are you good? Clear your throat. I don't think coughing is a heart attack.
I got a tickle in my throat.
Yeah. You good?
It's not going away. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Sure? All right. We're back. But, see, I was looking. Hotels are garbage now, and what's the other thing that we use?
Bring back mints.
Bring back mints, yes. No, but what's the other thing that I have nowadays? Oh my god, the app for staying at places. What? Oh my god, I know you know what I'm talking about. My blanket app. We never use it because it's stupid also. If you're gonna go stay at a place.
You mean like an Airbnb?
Thank you, jeez. You say like, what? Like, there's an app now that lets you stay in a yes, Airbnbs. Good God. Anyway, but those are even worse than hotels. Right? At first, they were kind of cute and convenient. Anyway, doesn't matter. Hate Airbnbs just as much. Don't stay anywhere else. Just live in your car. I don't know. Dozy doze.
That just sounds all American.
Dozy do?
Yeah, because isn't that like a step in like line dancing or something?
Did you do any line dancing?
Actually one, I think it was like a gym class kind of circuit or something.
What did they?
It was the South, okay? I think they did that.
So you weren't a Girl Scout in the South?
No.
Okay.
Moved down and down.
It smells a lot like peanut butter.
Yeah, it's got a nice peanut buttery. It almost smells like a Nutter Butter.
Butter?
No, Nutter Butter.
Nutter butter.
Yeah, you remember that they look like
Oh, the peanut
like
shape?
peanut?
Yes, I got you. Yeah, no, it's a lot like that. This, I think, is even better for dipping. Like, I guess the Trefoils are my least favorite. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just kind of,
I love those.
Standard. No, I don't. Not that I don't like them. I just like, they're
so
just a
you
standard
would run
cookie.
a do-si-do above Trefoil.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I'd be the opposite.
Really? You prefer the Trefoils?
Even though these are really good, I think these are like an oatmeal cookie or something. Yeah, oatmeal sandwich cookies and peanut butter filling. These are good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So there's something like nice and simplistic about the shortbread cookie.
So far, these are all packaged in the same way. You have 2 sleeves per box, well packaged.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like, all right, well, $6. You know, and even with the Thin Mints, they're quite densely packed. But I think as we get into the later boxes of cookies that we have here, you know, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
Any final thoughts on these?
And something about, well, not about like the flavor or anything. These are all really good. They're super crunchy, so if you like crunchy cookies, you're not going to be disappointed with these classic flavors. But something about them not being in standardized sizes, like across.
Bother you?
Yes, it does. I don't know why.
But I mean, these are perfectly packed.
No,
you have to sacrifice it somewhere. Either this is going to have extra air, which is unnecessary, or these you have to sacrifice cookies.
They should just give you more cookies.
Well, then they're losing money, presumably, right? They're trying to make. And remember, this is supposed to be for a good. Does the money go to?
It's supposed to.
Does it go to the Girl Scouts?
That's my understanding. Yeah.
I don't know how this giving girls how to. Interesting. All right, and then we're gonna go on with our next 3 cookies in just a moment. Now, this is where the packaging gets a little disappointing. What are we starting with?
We can start with Samoas.
Why?
Because those also came out in the 70s.
Okay. Oh, they have more to that. No,
I don't have any.
That's it. Okay.
I mean, I couldn't get the, what inspired? Like, obviously, like.
Samoas, otherwise known as Caramel Delights.
Yes.
Which is how I know them.
If you like caramel, if you like coconut.
These are the best cookies.
They are the
best.
These
are the best.
They're also the softest cookie we've had so far.
Yeah. I mean, that's not really hard.
Maybe not soft per se, but they are the chewiest.
I mean, chocolate and coconut.
Mm-hmm.
Good coconut flavor. Serving size is
2 cookies.
2 cookies.
Which makes sense.
Mm-hmm. These are reasonably well packaged. I'm on board.
What's there to say about them? They're just delicious.
No, I know. This is fantastic.
There's a reason they've been around this long.
Is there something like a Caramel Delight, like as a cookie you can get somewhere else? Can you buy from the brownie distributor, like similar?
I didn't look that far because, I mean, if we could do that, then that would cut into the Girl Scout sales.
That's true. But, you would imagine that I almost imagine like a major corporation wouldn't care if they're just trying to make money. Unless they actually do represent the Girl Scouts in a positive way, or if the Girl Scouts actually own those distributors. I wonder, that can't be true. Do they actually own the distributor?
I don't know. I mean, because isn't the Girl Scouts technically a nonprofit?
I mean, you can own stuff.
You can, but I'm just wondering how that would work for like taxes and.
Yeah, seems more complicated. Now this is disappointing. Well, it's not great, and these kind of fell apart here.
Like got excited and they jumped out.
So these have plastic that kind of holds them into place, but there's huge gaps in these. These could easily fit 5 or 6 more cookies in one of these. So I feel like they're wasting packaging space with this, and it feels like you're getting less.
Or is this like shrinkflation?
Could be shrinkflation. What do we know about Tagalongs? Which they have a different. They have a different name too.
Those are also called peanut butter
cups. Peanut butter cookies?
Yeah, peanut butter cookies. That's why it never made sense that you have 2 peanut butter flavors that are fairly like in constant rotation for Girl Scouts. It's like, do you want almost kind of like a Reese's, or do you want a Nutter Butter? That's what that's called.
If you haven't seen our Reese's episode, find it up there. But compared to the Dozy Does, how do these stand up?
If you want something a little bit more decadent, I'd probably say the Tagalongs. They're definitely sweeter, and if you like chocolate, you have a hankering for like a peanut butter cup, these are great. If you want something a little bit more substantial that tastes at least a little less sweet, I would say go to the Do-si-dos.
Works for me. I think this is my second favorite. What's your second favorite? What are you gonna have to chew first? All right. So while she thinks about that, we're gonna talk about toffee. I've never had a toffee-tastic. Gluten-free, rich, buttery cookies with sweet, crunchy toffee bits. Do you like toffee? Okay. I do too.
But we are jumping like many, many years.
How many years? 3, 4,
at least
7. How many?
No, so the other ones are from the 70s, like
70s, 70s.
Yeah, this one came out, I think, like mid 70s.
Mid 70s. Okay.
This one came out in 2014, at least according to the Little Brownie Baker.
Oh, so this is a good jump. So the 70s, and then so they only had up until what we said when 2014. What did we have growing up?
We had a lot of different ones, so they did like kind of have new rotations and try things out. So like,
but none of them have survived.
Well, it could be that some of it has to do with like, can you get access to the ingredients, popularity. So like, for instance, in the 90s, I know there were a lot of like lower sugar or like not low calorie, but something like that, like lower fat trends in a lot of food. I remember when I was selling Girl Scouts, I think in like maybe like 97-ish or something, they had one that was shaped like an apple. It was like an apple cinnamon. It was like a sugar cookie, but it had like cinnamon sugar.
I don't remember.
Like
this
on
one.
top, and yeah, but it only lasted a couple of years because I think it wasn't super popular.
That's interesting because you're about the same age as my sister. My sister was a brownie, so you would have been a brownie about the same time, and I do not remember this cookie.
Yeah, so well, we had that, and then I know in the early aughts they had like one called like an Aloha cookie, which was like a chocolate or like a white chocolate macadamia nut.
That's right.
Type of thing, but they don't have that anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. Interesting.
They also had one that was pretty good. I remember it was called Savannah Smiles.
Don't remember that.
So
one.
they were like a lemony kind of cookie, and they were covered in powdered sugar. But I think those were discontinued in like 2019 or something like that. So there's a lot of them that I think, depending on popularity, could they get.
So we really have 3, or maybe 4: Samoas, Caramel Delights, Tagalongs, the peanut butter cookie, or the Do-si-dos, the Thin Mints, shortbreads. So I guess that's 5 that have really been consistent.
Yes.
And then a handful of others that have changed. Interesting. So these are 2014, you said?
Yes.
So I
Which
definitely
makes
not had
sense
this.
because they're trying to, get with the times of there are a lot of people that have gluten allergies.
I mean, they're not that you're trying to. You don't necessarily like. There are plenty of people who don't have a gluten allergy, and you don't necessarily need to cater to everyone 100% of the time.
No, but right? I mean, it's still good to.
But it is nice to have an
as
option.
an offering.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, especially if they taste good, because a lot of times I know.
A lot of gluten-free stuff tastes terrible.
Well, baked goods, it's a little hard.
I mean, that's also true. Yeah. I mean, okay. So what's it made with if it's gluten-free?
Probably rice.
Well, why don't you take a bite and let me know what you think? Have you ever had one of these?
No. Never.
Okay. Rice flour. Okay. I'm really hard.
They're really hard. It's just there's like toffee, but it seems like the toffee actually like melted.
Yeah,
But then the cookie, it's a little crumbly.
I've got small chunks of toffee. This is actually a really hard cookie, though.
It doesn't smell buttery or anything. I don't.
But it tastes buttery. It tastes very buttery. Okay.
This one, you need with a hot beverage.
Yes, that's something you have with coffee, for sure. Okay.
And maybe it would also make the toffee bits that actually survived, like the baking process, a little chewier.
Okay. Huh. All right.
It's not bad.
No, it's pretty good. I still like it better
It's a very light flavor. You're going to say you like it better than the shortbread?
I do. Do you not like it better than shortbread? Interesting. Why?
I don't know.
I like the flavor.
I don't know if it's nostalgia. I also just like making shortbread cookies, so...
So then I feel like you wouldn't like those as much because you know you can make them better. Like, I'm not making a toffee cookie. I guess you could.
You could.
But, no, I mean, I don't think the flavor is subtle at all. I can taste there's big chunks of toffee in it. There's a lot of buttery flavor to it. It feels buttery. But that was a really hard crunch. That was surprisingly hard. Okay.
So, what we're saying is, be wary in case you don't want to crack your teeth.
If you have glass teeth, dentures. How do veneers and porcelain teeth hold up?
I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering. I mean, you don't have any, but maybe one day we'll find out. Turns out dentures, you can't actually eat a cookie like this. Maybe you could. What about wood teeth? If your teeth were made out of wood, could you have one of these, or would that be soft?
People don't really have wooden teeth.
Not really.
No, they usually like had
other animals' teeth.
Other animals' teeth, or during
weird.
the Civil War, they would repurpose fallen soldiers' teeth. That was a thing.
Wow, that
was super dark.
That's
but...
super disturbing. So
no, back to happiness, which is cookies.
So yeah, we're gonna forget about putting someone else's teeth in your own place, in your own head as your own teeth, and we're gonna move on to the last 3 Girl Scout cookies that we have, which is coming up. All right, and we're on to our last 3 Girl Scout cookies. Really kind of flying through these. There's not a lot to compare necessarily because they're just all fantastic.
I mean, they're all good. They're fairly crunchy cookies.
Okay. Those are.
I don't know. They all have a distinct flavor. I still don't understand why we have 2 different kinds of peanut butter cookies. I mean, that is.
They're both good though.
They're all. They're delicious.
If you had to get rid of one, which one would you get rid of? The sandwiches.
I like them, but.
Yes or no? Sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love.
But they're different because
they
one
are
contains
different.
chocolate,
they
right?
Are
The other one
different.
doesn't have chocolate.
Well, I know. So I know back in like the 50s or whatever, they were still trying to like ramp up, figure out, I guess, what was going to be like the consistent cookie offerings. They did have a sandwich cookie. I don't think it was a peanut butter cookie though.
What was it?
It was probably
like a ham and cheese sandwich cookie. That'd be a sandwich.
Savory.
A savory cookie. What's wrong with a savory cookie? We've seen savory.
Yes,
savory cookies.
What?
Are there not savory cookies? There must
yes,
be.
there is, but not like ham. That's gross.
Ham? You don't like ham? Would you have a ham cookie?
No.
What you would? You wouldn't. I'm asking the but fine. You don't have a ham cookie. So, next up, we have Girl Scout s'mores. Is that part of the name, Girl Scout s'mores,
yes.
or is it? Oh, it's actually called Girl Scout.
Yeah, I thought it was just called s'mores, but I do know a handful of years ago they had 2 different kinds of s'mores cookies that they were trying out.
Okay.
I guess this is the one that was more popular, which is why it's still in rotation.
When did this come out?
Came out in like 2016 or 2017. So fairly recent. This one's also a sandwich cookie. Mm-hmm. What does it have? Is that,
it smells. That's kind of cool.
Is that a picture on it? What is
it? A
that?
picture? Mine's a horse.
It says Girl Scout. Is that a horse? I don't know what that is, but it has like some kind of.
So it says Girl Scout s'mores on one side. This one has a. That's clearly a picture of a horse.
Yes, that is a horse.
Or
but
a 4-legged woman.
Is this?
What is that supposed to be?
I don't
Is that?
Is it a fire? Like a campfire?
It almost looks like it could be a squirrel.
It looks like we're trying to decipher hieroglyphics.
It kind of does.
What is
but,
it?
I mean, they're not like well-formed images. They're just kind of. It's like a tree and a trail.
That's kind of cute.
But okay.
Yeah, I never got to.
Have you ever had one of these?
Yeah, I believe so, but
Good.
it's been a very long time, so I don't really remember anything.
It smells really good.
It smells like a s'more.
Kind of reminds me of like a protein bar or something.
Like the sweetness level? Because it smells really sugary to me.
I mean, you expect that.
It's got a creamy center. Like
it's like
filling.
It's like an Oreo filling.
Yeah.
Oreo with like almost like a Dunkaroo, if I'm being perfectly honest. Those are the Dunkaroos.
I can get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't you know they brought like the Dunkaroos back, but it's not even as fun as they used to be.
You can get Dunkaroos here.
Yeah, they were playing on that nostalgia and stuff. They're not as good as they were.
Yeah, but where could you get a Dunkaroo? And how are they not as good? They're just the
I know something about it.
Have you tried these?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Where was I?
You were there.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah.
That's actually quite decent.
It's got good like textural differences.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as The cookie itself isn't as hard as some of the other ones we've tried.
Okay, that's true. Serving size.
Something 2 probably, right?
2 cookies.
Something about this though. It's so sweet.
It is really sweet, almost sickly sweet.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, if it was here and someone offered it to me, I would definitely eat it.
You say that a lot, like it's a bad thing. Like, ugh, if someone's gonna offer me a cookie, obviously I'm gonna take it, but I'm not gonna be happy I'm taking the cookie.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be happy. It's just I would have to limit to 1. I don't think I could have.
So you're
2.
saying if somebody hands you like 8 of these cookies, you're like, oh, can't have more than 3 or 4.
No, I wouldn't have more than 1.
Well, you say I have to limit as if it's like if I don't limit myself, but no, it's just you don't like enough. Like I could have 1, and that is my limit. Not you're setting yourself a limit. Like if someone offers you a box of Samoas,
oh no,
then you have to set yourself a limit.
That whole box is gone.
Oh, okay, so there are no limits. Like so so what you're saying is you can resist this cookie. Yeah. You cannot resist a Samoa.
I don't know why I was thinking of Mean Girls where she's like, the limit does not exist. That's what I thought of.
That's the 2nd or 3rd time in this series that you've referenced Mean Girls. You know that, right? Katie watches a lot of movies.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I guess I have to rewatch.
No. Great, then we're gonna have more Mean Girls references.
Yeah.
Alright, Lemon Ups.
Okay, so Lemon Ups came out in 2020. There's also one called Lemonades, which I think came out in 2008.
What is the difference?
So
well, lemonades don't exist.
Well, not here, but on the Girl Scout website, they still do.
Oh, weird. Okay.
So it could be that just they didn't want to have them compete. I don't know.
Okay.
So lemonades are like shortbread cookies
with
that
lemon
are covered in like a lemon icing or something.
Okay, and you can see that more on the back. I mean, not covered because only the back side seems to have it.
But Lemon Ups are not the same thing. So Lemon Ups are a lemon cookie.
Okay.
So they're not a shortbread cookie that's covered in lemon.
They
are a lemon cookie that has like some kind of glaze
on the back of it. Because they don't have a glaze on the front.
They're also really big compared to a lot of the other cookie.
Are you a risk taker or are you strong?
I'm strong.
You're strong. I'm a risk taker. That's what this says on here. So little inspiring notes. Okay. So what was the other one?
There's lemonades.
Lemonades were a shortbread cookie with a lemon glaze.
Yeah.
And these are lemon cookies with a sugar glaze.
As far as I can tell.
Okay.
They have a really nice lemon smell. It's citrusy.
And a nice lemon flavor. It's also a lot softer than you would expect.
Mm-hmm.
More so even than the shortbread.
It's nice because there's a nice crunch on the outside when you're breaking into it.
Mm-hmm.
But the center is softer than you would imagine.
We tried these for the first time a few weeks ago when we bought initially bought a couple boxes. And I was actually surprised because I hadn't had it before. And I wish I hadn't tried them because we could have tried it on air for the first time now. But that is actually still quite good.
Yeah, it's really yummy.
Is this better than a shortbread? You have an option. You can get one shortbread cookie, one lemon up, with your coffee in the morning. What are you taking?
Oh, maybe.
You don't have, what is it? Just come on.
I'm gonna say the lemon ups.
Okay, there it is. Katie really likes to overthink this stuff, which means I have to fill the dead air.
I'm sorry.
Good question, Sarah.
I'm weighing the pros and cons in my head, but
she doesn't do it out loud.
We gotta
get her to do it out loud. And you didn't even finish your cookie.
No, because I've had how many cookies so far? That's a lot of cookies.
8 cookies.
It's a lot.
You've got 8 cookies so far.
This will be for later. With a cup of tea.
You having tea later?
I am.
Okay then.
You're more than welcome to have
our 9th and final Girl Scout cookie
is the Adventurefuls. These came out in 2022.
Oh, quite new. Okay.
There's also another one that came out this year. It's called Raspberry Rally. They kind of look a bit like Thin Mints on the outside. They're like a chocolate cookie, but they're like pink on the inside.
With raspberry flavor?
I guess.
Fine.
However, it's the first cookie that is completely sold online. So I found that out recently, but I didn't.
Why sell them online? It's it sounded like something that when we went to the outside the Kroger, honestly, where we got these, that they even referenced. So they didn't talk about it. It's not like flyers. It's not like a check out our website with additional cookie options.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I found that out was because I was like, oh, let me explore the Girl Scouts of America.
And I never know that the Girl Scouts are having a cookie sale. They don't do ads, to my knowledge.
There's,
I'm sure there's some ads.
There's a way, I think, that you can actually put in your zip code and see if they have, like, events that they've already, like, scheduled. I believe.
But, like, I never remember when a Girl Scout... The only time I remember Girl Scout cookies exist is when I see a Girl Scout selling cookies.
True.
You know? Okay.
But I guess it is usually around, like, February, March-ish.
Indulgent brownie-inspired cookies with caramel-flavored cream and a hint of sea salt.
So now they're getting fancy.
This is 2020?
2022.
Oh, there you go. And this is another one that's packaged, could be packaged more intelligently. I'm a little blunt about that one.
It's not like a kid is the one packing this.
No, and that's fine. I find it interesting that they decided to go with the plastic packaging.
Oh, those are only... That's not a lot in there.
It's not a lot in there either.
Oh.
But I find it interesting that they decided to go with like plastic packaging for the Lemon Ups and as well as the Girl Scout s'mores. And you have basically the same packaging with the Adventurefuls, but they also stuck them in the cardboard box. I wonder why they've made that decision rather than just put these in a cardboard box as well.
I would think that wouldn't it get like beat up more in...
Probably, but I mean it doesn't matter because it's in a plastic shell, so they're fine.
Yeah, but I mean with this one, because it's a little flimsier on top, I would have imagined it...
I mean, but they're all like this, right? None of them, like, so, I mean, these two don't have a cardboard box on it, and I can't imagine why when you did it for the Adventurefuls. What makes this different than these? Why does this... I don't know. Is this like a brownie? Smells like a brownie. Caramel. I don't really smell the sea salt, do you?
No. It's got It's like very chocolatey on the bottom, but like the tops of the
bottom is coated in chocolate.
Yeah, it's kind of like they dipped it in there.
But softer than it looks. You don't think so?
No, it is. So like, there's like a... Almost looks... There's the salt. Like there's like a caramel coin or something that sits on top. So that part you have to bite into, but then the cookie itself's a little soft, and then on the bottom it's hard again because of the chocolate.
Is it better than a shortbread?
No. The only reason that this one topped out a little bit on the shortbread for me is that I like lemon.
Okay, that's fair. I feel pretty good about it. I mean, I feel terrible. I wish I had that cookie. That's terrible, but... And you didn't even finish that cookie.
No. I'll get to it later. That's a lot of cookies to eat in a very short period of time.
It's true.
I mean, it's good if you want a little bit of complexity with your flavors. But if I want...
We're still talking about the Adventurefuls?
Yeah. But if I want a brownie, I'll just make a brownie.
Alright, camera chose a good moment to cut, so we're going straight to our final thoughts. You ready?
Yeah.
You didn't finish your cookies. You're going to finish them later.
I will finish them later. This is a lot of sugar to eat in a very short period of time.
Yes. So, what are your top three?
My top three are Samoas, obviously.
Yep. Same. Number one.
Tagalongs.
Number two. I agree.
Thin mints, but they have to be cold.
Interesting. I love Thin Mints, but I actually have really started to like the Adventurefuls.
Okay.
I like the Adventurefuls. So you've got it there. We've got a toss-up for third place. Adventurefuls and Thin Mints. Now, what are we getting rid of? What don't we like? If you have to start... So you've got these and, as mainstays, potentially.
Okay.
But as far as cookies that, you know what, I understand why they replace them, or they're trying to experiment with something new. Mm-hmm. They're going to get rid of them. What's the first cookie out?
The first cookie out for me is probably the Girl Scout s'mores. The only reason is it's just a little too sweet.
I think it's more than a little too sweet.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can see what they're trying to do there. I like the graham cracker kind of a sandwich cookie kind of approach, but it kind of gave me a headache.
Okay.
With the sweetness.
Interesting. You know.
Don't you dare.
No, I'm thinking. Wait, I'm thinking. I don't know if I prefer them to the Do-si-dos, but you know what? All right, we'll agree on this one.
Okay.
Girl Scout s'mores, not as good. All right, what else we got? What else is out next?
Oh, we have to do another.
Let's try another one. We've got our top 3, 4.
I mean, I think you need to keep a gluten-free option.
Now, I'm talking about flavor. What do you like?
Fine, then I would say the gluten-free one.
The gluten-free one, the Toffee-tastic. I like the toffee on this one though.
Yeah.
I did like it,
but for me, the only thing it was just so hard.
It was
like
really
it should
hard.
come with a warning label of you need to dunk this for like 15 seconds.
15 seconds. That's
Probably
a lot
not.
of dunking.
How about 5?
Well, I mean,
count 5 Mississippis and call me later.
Toffee-tastics are out. I kind of like the Toffee-tastics flavor, but I can see where you're getting at with that. So Trefoils your number. Well, I guess actually, if you like Thin Mints, how did you feel about the Adventurefuls?
I would have gotten rid of them.
Oh, okay. Oh, you would have actually already gotten rid of them. So you would have gotten rid of these and kept the Toffee-tastics?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I mean, they were okay, but
you didn't like them.
They're
no.
Yeah, they're just kind of like whatever for me.
Okay. So
plus, you have in my mind you have enough things that have like chocolate, so I don't think we need another chocolate cookie from.
So am I to believe then that you would put the Trefoils here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do-si-dos not doing well. Lemon Ups versus Do-si-dos.
I do really like the Lemon Ups.
And it's a different flavor.
It is a different flavor.
But, I mean, do we have too many, do we get enough peanut butter with this? Do we have enough sandwich cookies if you include that?
We don't have enough sandwich cookies, so that's why I understand why it's still here. Maybe I would say the Lemon Ups because, no, I don't.
At this point, we're splitting
hairs.
It's
like a Sophie's Choice kind of thing right now.
I never saw that.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it. Okay. So what else do we need to know? I mean, these are some of our... It doesn't matter. We enjoy Girl Scout cookies. Everybody enjoys Girl Scout cookies. I can't imagine somebody who doesn't enjoy Girl Scout cookies.
Well, and as of 2021, they're all kosher and they're all halal.
How does that work? How does one make a thing kosher?
I guess there are certain requirements, certifications of how the ingredients are probably like treated and sourced and stuff. So.
Interesting.
But okay. I did hear that, so it's a little.
I heard that too, but that's just because you said it.
No, it's just they're trying to be more accessible. You have your gluten-free option. You have there's something for probably everyone.
I agree. And again, I do like what it's supposed to represent. Is these girls going out into the public and trying their hand at talking to strangers and selling cookies and a bit of that, just general.
It's about empowerment.
Yes. So if you're a dead mother or someone helping with these cookies, try to push those kids, while they're under your supervision, try to push them to talk to the folks like me who come up like, hey, what is your favorite, and also if you're buying a Girl Scout cookie, try to talk to the Girl Scout. They're the ones who are actually signing them. They're the ones who are supposed to be doing the work. Yeah. And it's a good cause. And I mean, honestly, these are just fantastic. I can appreciate when you do something for a good cause that is also in and of itself just fantastic. So,
yeah. Any
other thoughts? Would you be a dead mother? If you had a kid or a niece?
Yeah, I don't know if they call them.
What do they call them?
I can't remember.
Oh. Does anybody know? Comment down below.
I was like, I think that's more of a Boy Scout term, but...
Dead father? Den daddy? That sounds like completely different. That's something really different.
I mean, yeah, I would, because, I mean, it's about kind of, giving kids new experiences, enough safe space for them to, figure out new skills, and I always wanted to, my troop to actually go camping, so that would have been fun.
Yeah. No, and I think that was some of the issues that the Boy Scouts had a lot more of the fun stuff going on in that regard. Mm-hmm. And I think the Girl Scouts, cookies. Well, you had the cookies, but they didn't really have it to the same extent that the Boy Scouts did in some ways.
Yeah. So, well, what did we learn today? That
Girl Scout cookies are fantastic.
Yeah, there's none that
are terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're not gonna be disappointed with any of them, really.
No.
Besides that, we do own shirts that are not dark colored. So, what?
Katie's been mentioning to me how we have some really dramatic lighting. As a director of dramatic works, I'm used to the dramatic lighting, and apparently it's dark, and
Yeah.
we need to brighten up our wardrobe. So that's the thing that's going to have to happen now.
Yeah.
So anyway, as always, thanks for watching. You can follow us at KR Compares on Instagram or at rjpfilms.com/KR Compares.
And please leave a comment about what your favorite Girl Scout cookie is, or if you don't like them, why?
Notice the hesitation on that, though. If you
I don't know
don't,
who doesn't like
if
Girl
you
Scout
don't like
cookies.
Girl Scout cookies, please tell us why you're wrong. In 200 words or less.
Yeah, or like what your ranking would be. Which ones would you say, they need to switch it out? Is there a discontinued flavor that they should bring back? Because I know there has to be tons of
There's
different
tons,
flavors.
because I didn't realize there's a gap between the 70s and the 2000s.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they had some that they were like kind of circling through and stuff.
Yeah.
But
anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and hit that like button. That does actually help us. I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
And this is KR Compares.
See ya.